Now we're going to turn to Ford's big announcement today about the huge amount of money the automaker's EV business has lost.
Ford says it lost $3 billion before taxes over the past 2 years.
Did you know that Ford, one of the automotive giants, is currently facing a massive crisis over its electric vehicle Fiasco? Let's learn more about the challenges Ford is grappling with and what it means for the electric vehicle industry as a whole. Is Ford's electric dream turning into a nightmare? Ford's electric hero was meant to be the Mustang Mach-E, which was unveiled around the end of 2019. With the spirit of a muscle vehicle, this elegant SUV sought to win over drivers who were concerned about the environment as well as those who enjoyed high performance. On the other hand, there were a lot of delays with the launch. Software bugs and issues getting a consistent supply of batteries from LG Chem prevented the Mach-E from being unveiled in time. Disgruntled early adopters were left with little to do but wait around for their ideal electric automobile. In addition to hurting initial sales, these delays also eroded consumers' faith in Ford's ability to live up to its electric vehicle claims. A truckload of hope, but still waiting to be loaded, is the F-150 Lightning. The centerpiece of Ford's portfolio is the F-Series truck. Therefore, it was thought that the electric F-150 Lightning would revolutionize the game when it was unveiled. This presented an opportunity to demonstrate that electric vehicles may be more than just daily drivers. Both truck aficionados and fleet managers concerned about the environment placed pre-orders ready to get behind the wheel. But shortages of battery cells caused the Lightning's delivery also to be postponed, just as the Mach-E. This brought to light a serious problem: Ford's reliance on outside vendors for an essential EV component. The delays not only clouded the Lightning's debut but also raised questions about Ford's capacity to effectively scale up EV production. A broad shadow is cast by Tesla, the clear market leader in electric vehicles. In terms of technology, brand recognition, and most importantly, a strong charging network, they've had a big head start. Ford, a conventional car maker, is lagging behind in a sector that is changing quickly. Due to Tesla's dominance, Ford is under constant pressure to innovate and set itself apart. Ford needs to persuade people who may otherwise pick a Tesla that their EVs are an attractive option even though they have a devoted client base. A legacy of hybrids. Did they slow down the electric charge? Ford led the charge in the early stages of the electric vehicle revolution with plug-in hybrids. These cars appealed to people who were hesitant to switch entirely to electric vehicles since they had both an electric motor and a gasoline engine. Some contend that Ford's development of pure EVs may have slowed considerably as a result of this emphasis on hybrids. Ford's detractors contend that the company ought to have given priority to dedicated electric platforms sooner so that it could more successfully compete with Tesla and other pure-play EV producers. Can Ford code its way out of trouble? Just as important as the battery itself is the software that powers an EV. In this instant, Ford has admitted to deficiencies in their internal software development team. Early adopters of the Mach-E have expressed frustration with infotainment system malfunctions. A cumbersome or unsatisfactory user experience might be a deal breaker in today's tech-driven environment. If Ford wants to effectively compete with their EVs, they must invest in personnel and resources to enhance their software development capabilities. Ford isn't giving up on EVs in spite of the difficulty. They're working hard to find answers and have made headway in a number of areas. Ford is acting to resolve problems with production. To ensure a more solid battery supply chain, they have made significant investments in their own battery production facilities and formed partnerships with businesses such as SK Innovation. Lincoln Aviator and Electric Explorer are just two of the exciting new EVs that Ford is introducing to the market. If these SUVs meet the performance and range expectations of the expanding EV market segments they serve, they have the potential to become major players. Ford is investing an astounding $50 billion in electric vehicles by 2026. Their long-term commitment to electrification is demonstrated by this large investment. In addition to intensively studying next-generation battery technology that may give better range and faster charging times, they are constructing EV factories. Adoption of EVs depends on a stable and reliable infrastructure for charging them. Ford is working with organizations such as Electrify America in order to increase the number of charging stations available throughout the nation. This is a critical step in resolving range anxiety, or the concern that one won't have enough power to reach a charging station before reaching an EV, which is still a key problem for prospective EV customers. Ford is trying to allay consumer fears and make electric vehicles a more sensible option for daily driving by pursuing a denser network of charging stations. A closer look at Ford's obstacles in the EV race is provided below. The Mustang Mach-E, Ford's first real attempt at an electric vehicle, experienced severe production delays in 2020 and 2021 as a result of software bugs and problems with the battery supply chain. This disappointed early adopters and damaged the launch. Production of the much-awaited electric F-150 Lightning, which might revolutionize the truck industry, was also delayed by a scarcity of battery cells. This sparked doubts about Ford's capacity to effectively grow EV production. With a considerable technological advantage, a well-known brand, and a strong charging infrastructure, Tesla is the clear market leader in electric vehicles. Ford is battling to catch up, and it will not be easy. The market is becoming increasingly crowded and competitive as a result of significant investments made in EVs by established automakers like General Motors and Volkswagen. For Ford to stand out, it must be unique. According to critics, they ought to have given priority to dedicated electric platforms sooner. Ford has admitted to having gaps in their own software development team. Delays and problems integrated the infotainment systems in their EVs have resulted from this. To strengthen supply chains, Ford is aggressively resolving production concerns and making significant investments in battery manufacturing. To meet their anticipated future battery needs, they have also teamed up with businesses such as SK Innovation. Lincoln Aviator and Electric Explorer are just two of the exciting new EVs that Ford is introducing to the market. These SUVs serve expanding markets and have the potential to be big players. Ford has made a long-term commitment to electrification by pledging $50 billion to EVs by 2026. They are developing advanced battery technologies and constructing plants specifically for electric vehicles. Ford is collaborating with Electrify America and other companies to expand charging infrastructure, a crucial factor in EV adoption. Ford has a long way to go on its EV journey. Despite the difficulties they have encountered, they are aggressively seeking answers. Execution will determine their level of success. Can they solve software difficulties and efficiently ramp up production? Inventiveness. In terms of software development and battery technology, can they keep up with Tesla and other competitors? Customer reaction. Will consumers be drawn to their new models, particularly in light of the fierce competition? Ford faces challenges along the way, but they have the means and the will to make adjustments. In the quickly changing world of electric vehicles, the next few years will be critical in deciding their place. Let's examine a few more things to think about. For Ford and the United Auto Workers Union, it's a fine dance to strike a balance between the need to invest in new EV facilities and the demand of workers at current production plants. The adoption of EVs is significantly influenced by government incentives and regulations. To what extent will policies support Ford's endeavors? Battery materials and production may be impacted by trade disputes and disruption in the global supply chain. Is Ford able to overcome these obstacles? Ford still has a tale to tell in the EV sector. Their ability to get over these challenges and introduce competitive electric vehicles to the market will determine whether they take off and become a significant competitor or find it difficult to catch up. Even though the EV fiasco narrative has been exaggerated, it should serve as a warning to the industry. A successful electric future depends on addressing infrastructure constraints, putting consumer demands first, and successfully promoting the benefits of EVs. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to stay connected with our journey through the world of innovation. Feel free to share your thoughts and comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Stay tuned for more exciting insights into the world of technology and innovation.